Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Diablos coming in at 12-0, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 8-4.
Larry, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us south of the border as we join you from bustling Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Mexico City Diablos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 6'7" quarterback out of Memphis. It's Paxton Lynch.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable third down receiver.
Play action. It's Lynch. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the route.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". Going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Over!
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
The record shows that Everson Griffin is absolutely coming into his own as a defensive lineman. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, had 3 sacks in the Pro Bowl last year. I think they'll move him up and down the line a little bit more in the 2017 season to create better matchups for him.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They run the counter now on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
A give. This is Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Shelling through the defense. Cooks flashing the footwork. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and goal from the one. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now it's Lynch.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On third down, Lynch. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference, defense.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Rivers in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
On second down, Cook fights loose. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. Out of the gun, Lynch. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Lynch looking to throw on second. And Rudolph has it left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lynch. Got a man, it's right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, Lynch. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end, Rudolph. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go! Boo, Landon!
On second down, here's Lynch. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on third down, Lynch. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now back out comes the offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure. Now the ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Cook following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley.
All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Diablos take it at the 1. It's going to be a run play here. And this run goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 10. Now first and 10. Lynch has got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted. Jones is the one taking it back for the score. The lead now at 17. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, pass will be completed. And he ends up at midfield before he's stopped on the play. A fumble would later end the drive.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever. They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Let's go! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk with touchdown number 20 on the year, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, fullback touchdowns have become rare. We just saw two of them by the same guy here.
And if you had him on your fantasy team, I'm hanging out with you now for stock tips.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
No, check.
Looking to throw on second down. Lynch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. They run it again with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Jarius Wright, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they're going to go for 2. Here's Lynch to throw. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
No. Check, Patriot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to throw here. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
That's two really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want on. Underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Hurry up, here we go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Emerson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Here we go now.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. He's got it, and that'll make the score 31-13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Uses the spin. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back now in Mexico City, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He finds Taylor, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Buying time to his left. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eli Harold in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded just inside the 20. And a nice spin into some open field. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Taylor. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
quick handoff. It's Juszczyk. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Paxton Lynch now, he gets set and heads back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Over the middle here to Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll look to throw. Past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. second and goal from the 5. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Lynch out of time, and he's going to go down in the end zone. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. Marvin Jones closing in on 100 yards receiving. He's at 96 right now.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put